What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and I've unfortunately been really sick this week, and I'm slightly recovering now, so what better way to celebrate being able to get out of bed than completely ripping into a company that deserves a lot of hate. Today, I want to talk about why I am so mad at Konami. This studio used to be one of the best. It's so weird to see how far they've fallen. I mean, let's start out by talking about Metal Gear Survive, because this week, while so ill I could hardly even move, I decided that I would actually review their new game. Now, I really kind of wish I hadn't, because it is so bad, it is almost record-breaking amounts of stupid. Specifically, there is nothing that just blows my mind more than the fact that you have to pay for extra character slots. So basically, when you're playing the game, you get to make one character for free, and then every additional character is $10. How freaking mind-blowing is that? Now, the reason this is so dumb to me is because Metal Gear Survive is something that sort of seems like it's based around customization. The fact that you can build your own base and create your own character almost makes you think that this is supposed to be a more choose-your-own-adventure style of Metal Gear. But no, that's not what this is at all. In fact, the only reason this game exists is for that green. They don't give a crap about the game, they don't give a crap about the series, they only want to try and get every single penny out of you they can. Now, the reason this pisses me off so badly is because this was clearly made only to try and strip people of money. I've reviewed games in the past that were extremely bad, but you could tell when they actually meant for it to be good. A great example of this is Valkyria Revolution. Okay, so let's face facts, it is a really lame RPG, but you can see that the people behind it thought that changing the series over to a more action focus was a brilliant idea. It failed though, it just did not work at all. And the difference between this, though, is that you can see the difference between a studio that actually is passionate about their project and people who are just trying to make something because they know it will sell. This game sucks. And it drives me crazy because they could have done this so many ways correctly. At this point, the Metal Gear series has taken on so many different forms, from weird turn-based combat from Metal Gear Acid to just the straightforward stealth action of the original trilogy. These games are all so fantastic, but they're all just kind of based on stealth and really cool storylines. You could pretty much copy that pretty damn easily. Just try and leave out some of the nanomachines and weird like ghosts and you can still probably have a pretty decent Metal Gear. But instead, they decided to make a game that is full of microtransactions and utter bullshit. Because Konami does not care. And that is what absolutely infuriates me. Just a couple years ago, we really started to learn the depths that this company will go to when they basically forced out the creator of Castlevania. He just kept trying to make another game in the franchise that he basically revolutionized, and they wouldn't let him. They put him on so many side projects that eventually he had to leave and go to Kickstarter to make Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. They would not let a guy make a game that would have basically funded millions of dollars of future projects just because they didn't care. There are also all these interesting leaks that came out, I guess about 3 years ago now, that was really crazy, where it basically said that the people at the top of Konami don't really understand game development. They think that anybody can just make a good game. In fact, while they were making some of the Silent Hill games, they were talking about the fact that if you did something wrong, they just kick you off the team and put somebody else in your spot. It doesn't matter if you're a director or a random programmer or maybe somebody really important. It did not matter to these people because they just think that making a good video game is like chopping down a tree. As long as the axe is sharp, the tree will fall over. They don't realize that video games are an art and you need a lot of passion and love in order to pull it off. So it's really weird that Konami has just so completely lost their minds. And it just drives me crazy that at this point they won't just sell out. I never thought I'd say that in my life, but why don't they just sell the IP? At this point, just do like what Sony is doing in their movie department. Sony is not that great at making movies, so they just let other people make the Spider-Man films at this point. Do that with Silent Hill. We want a good Silent Hill so bad it physically hurts. We want that series to come back, but you are just not willing to do it. So let somebody else do it. Let a team of smaller people who absolutely love this property, who grew up with the scares of the Pyramid Head, let them take the helm instead of just leaving it to sit in obscurity. Stop just spending all your time and all your research and all your development on freaking pachinko machines and actually give fans what they want. Because keep in mind, Konami, they're a giant studio at this point, but they still have a lot of fans. They still have so many people who are out there who are just hoping that we get another good game at some point. But they just seem so obsessed with trying to make money with zero effort. The number one reason this just absolutely infuriates me to the point at which I'm trying to yell with my voice still screwed up is the fact that in the past, this company was actually known for doing some pretty weird stuff. I mean, one of my favorite Konami games, and something that is just so weird that people don't even believe me when I explain it, is Boktai The Sun Is In Your Hands. This is a Game Boy Advance game that actually had a sun sensor on the top of it. You'd actually have to play the game outside, sitting in direct sunlight, and by actually absorbing the real rays of light, you would actually kill vampires with your gun. It was such a freaking genius idea, and it's something that really made me rethink how I thought about Game Boy Advance games. It made me relook at how I treated portability. And that's really, really awesome, and it kind of makes me extra disappointed when I see that now, at this point, Konami would never do anything like that. Konami doesn't want to take any risks. Konami does not give a shit. If they can't fill it with microtransactions and try and trick you into buying stuff that you absolutely have to get, they don't care. The fact that they will sell you a character slot shows that they are straight up out of fucks to give. Excuse my vulgar language in this video, but I'm just so annoyed at the fact that this company has fallen so far so quickly. In a matter of years, they have gone from a studio that managed to try and at least skirt the edges of pushing the envelope to something that just worries about the safest of projects. What the hell happened to you? I hope that they see this video. I hope that somebody way up in Konami wakes up. Realize that, look, your investors may be paying your rent, and they may be trying to push you to do the most wholesome of projects, but eventually, if you want to ever be great again, you need to try and do stuff that made you famous in the first place. Give us good sneaking games. Give us good scares. Give us stuff worth talking about. Make a Castlevania that actually has a freaking whip, an Alucard, and some good stuff. Make us actually afraid of gaming again, instead of just making us afraid of stupid loot crates. This is what you're doing to us. Gamers are being annoyed by your releases, instead of looking forward to them. Even the most die-hard of Metal Gear Solid fans are officially declaring the franchise dead. That is what you have done. But this has just been a random gaming rant from DreamcastGuy. Excuse my rather sick-sounding voice. I probably shouldn't even have filmed this, but honestly, I'm mad as hell. Thank you so much for watching, gamers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. And if you haven't already, please watch my Metal Gear Survive video, because honestly, I had to make that while I was super extremely ill, and surprisingly, I think that video came out really good, so I'm proud of it. So yes, please go watch that. Oh, hey,
I was just playing a little bit of Grand Theft Auto on my Darth Vader PSP. Are you curious what I'm going to come out with next? Well, if you click this button, you'll be subscribed to be the first to know. Also, if you click over here and here, you can see my latest review and my latest top 10. I promise, it was super good. Or it was really bad and I'm sure you can just make fun of me in the comments. Either way, it'll be a lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching.